Okay guys, so what if I told you that you could build a fully functional directory website without spending a single cent on premium plugins or premium themes? So whether it's a local directory website, a real estate website perhaps, or a job board, you can do it all completely free with Lisdom and WordPress. And this isn't just a theory. I'm actually going to build this website right in front of you using the free version of the Lisdom plugin and the free version of their dedicated theme called Lisdomer, which makes setup even easier. And the beauty of this free dedicated theme is that it lets you import the demo content so you can have a professional looking website in just a few clicks. Now, if you wanted to take your directory website even further, they provide a pro version that lets you add 33 plus premium add-ons that you might need. But again, that's really up to you. So I'll demonstrate that towards the end of the video. But for now, as promised, let me show you how to build this website using only the free versions, and you'll be surprised all the features that are already included in those free versions. Okay, let's get started. Very good. So first, let me show you what we are going to build together. And again, everything is fully customizable, guys. Okay, so don't worry if this is not exactly what you're looking for. Everything can be customizable top to bottom, and I will show you how in this tutorial. So right here on top, as you can see, Mr. Web Directory. And what is it exactly? Well, here you can find the ideal car in the London area and surroundings. So right here we have the search feature. So what are you looking for? So you can enter a keyword. You can search by location, by categories. And also you have extra options here. You can search by tags, features, price, or labels. Now, if we scroll down the page, we have a few different listings here as a grid. And then scroll down the page, you have our categories here displayed nicely as well. Scroll down a few different listings. These ones are displayed as a slider, so very nice effect as well. We have another slider here, so this is maybe for the recommended places or something like that. Scroll down, we have a listing by map. As you can see, you have all the different clusters here. If you click on this, you can zoom in and zoom out, and all the listings in that area will be displayed here by the side. Keep scrolling down the page, and then we have our blog post and footer section. And obviously, I'm going to show you how to create your internal pages like the About Us and Contact Us. And then you can display all the listings by categories, perhaps by location, or whatever you want, really. So let's say if you wanted to see all the listings in London, this is basically what this will look like. Or maybe you want to display them with a map, then you can see all the different areas. And again, you have a full search feature here that is fully customizable as well. And obviously, you can upload the listings manually from the backend or the front end. And if you want your visitors to be able to upload listings themselves, you will need the pro version for this. Very good. So first, let's take care of the hosting and domain name registration. So clearly, if you want your website to be accessible online, you need to host it somewhere. So this service obviously is not free, but don't worry because I've got you covered. And for this, we are going to use Hostinger. So with Hostinger, we have negotiated special terms specifically for our audience, which means that you can get access to up to 85% discount. And if you use the coupon code MrWeb, you get an extra few percent discount at checkout as well. Now, setting up a server and your hosting and all that is not easy. It's quite technical, to be honest. But here's the thing. We have agreed with Hostinger to have a simplified onboarding process as well, which is part of the package we've negotiated with them. And for this, all you have to do is to click on the link in the description below where it says Get Hosting Here. And this will bring you to this dedicated landing page that we have with Hostinger. And again, by using the link in the description below, you'll get access to up to 80% discount, which is absolutely outstanding. As you can see, starting price $2.49. So this is a specially discounted price for January. Now, the regular price throughout the year is normally $2.99, which is still very competitive. So click on this button here, Start Now, and you can choose among 3 different plans. So we have Premium, Business, and Cloud Startup. So let's have a look at the Premium plan here. As you can see, you can host up to 100 websites with this, up to 25,000 monthly visits, and 100 gigabyte of SSD storage space, which is plenty, especially for that price, guys. You know, this is absolutely amazing. Obviously, those resources will increase as the price increases as well. Now, the most important part here is that with Hostinger, you get free SSL certificates. So this is basically to add a padlock next to your web address. So again, unlimited free SSL. Most web hosting companies charge money for that, like $9.99 per month. Here again, completely free. free email hosting as well, weekly backup. And including that as well, you get a free domain. So your first domain name is completely free. So it's normally $9.99. Again, completely free with this plan. Now, the only difference between premium and business, as you can see, is the CDN. So what is CDN? Well, it's a content delivery network. So which one should you choose? Well, it's very simple. When you get CDN, that means that your website will have a copy on different data centers, where if you choose premium, it will be hosted in only one data center. So it's really up to you to decide if you are targeting an audience that's local. Now, if your target audience is mostly international, you're better off getting the business plan. Okay, so let's get started with the premium plan. So choose plan. And now here you need to select your billing cycle. As you can see, you can lock in that price for the next 48 months. So that means for the next 4 years, you'll only pay $2.49 per month instead of $12.19. So that means that you make a huge saving of $465 only paying $119. Now you can also select a shorter period if you wanted to, like 24 months, 12 months, or 1 month. But obviously, if you select a shorter period, the price might go up slightly. As you can see, instead of $2.49, it's now $2.99. So the best value is with 48 months. Now, the best part of all, guys, is that I also have a coupon code for you. So click on this and enter Mr. Web, all in capital letters, and apply. So as you can see at the minute, $119, apply. And now it's down to $107. So again, an extra few savings for you. And finally, after this, proceed to checkout to process the order. And now this is our simplified onboarding process. So first, select your language, enter email and password, and then move on to the next step. So right here, we're going to create a blank site. So don't select either of those. Click this one here, create blank site. And now we can create our domain name. So obviously you get one free domain with your plan, which is absolutely outstanding. So let's look for one, maybe Mr. Web and directory or something like this. Okay, very good. As you can see, this one is free, mrwebdirectory.com, so we can use it. And obviously .com is the most popular one, but there are different options here underneath as well they can choose from. But let's go ahead with .com. And then next. Very good. So welcome to your WordPress dashboard. And now we can start building our website. So first, as you can see by the side, we have the Lightspeed cache that's enabled. So we need to disable that plugin first and take care of the initial settings. So for this, we go to plugins. And as you can see right on top, we get a message here, purged all caches successfully. So this is why we have to disable this, because it's going to get really annoying if we build the website with the caching plugin on. So all we have to do is to deactivate it. And don't worry, we can activate it again at the end of the tutorial. So this is step number 1. Now we go to settings and then we go to general. So first we need to enter the site title. So that's basically the name of your website. So I'm just going to put Mr. Web car directory, for instance, okay? And then you can enter the site tagline as well. So let's say maybe find the ideal car in the London area and surrounding. So this should be basically the main reason why people should stick around on your website. What is it that you have to offer, you know? So that's very important for SEO purposes, but also bear in mind that this will show up in the search result, like in Google, for instance, it will show the site title and the tagline as well. So here we have the site icon. So this is the small icon that will show up in the tab here. So click on this, choose file, and upload an image. So it should be 512 by 512 in pixels. Okay, so upload and then set a site icon, crop image. Very good. So this is the preview of what it looks like. And then right here, the most important one is to make sure that your admin email is correct. So make sure this is the right one. And then there's a few other details here, date format, type format, and all that. Okay, so save changes. And then from here, we go to permalinks and then make sure it's set to post name. So again, this is very important for SEO purposes and for people to know exactly where they are on your website. Scroll down the page and then save changes. So that's basically it for the initial settings we've done already. So let's have a look at our website in the front end. So hover on the title, visit site, right click on it, and then open in a new tab. And this is what it looks like. So it's very bare, very empty, obviously, at the minute, you know, nothing extraordinary, but don't worry, because we're going to install the theme now and our main plugin as well to build our websites. And again, for the theme, we're going to use a list DOMer, which is completely free. So this is absolutely handy. And then also the list DOM plugin, which is the one we're going to use to create our directory and classified listing on our website. So let's go ahead with this. So we go back to the WordPress dashboard. We go to appearance and then themes. And then from here, you can install any of the popular themes. So for instance, you have Hello Elementor, Astra, we have Cadence, Ocean WP, GeneratePress, Never, Bloxy. So any of them will be compatible with Lisdom. But for now, we're going to use their own dedicated theme, which is called Lisdomer. So right here on top, type Lisdomer. There it is. So from here, hover on top and then click install. And then activate. Excellent. So as part of the Lisdomer theme, there's a few required plugins. So we need the Lisdomer core, Redux framework, the one-click demo import, and also Lisdom, which is our free plugin here. So all of this will be installed automatically for us. All we have to do is to click on this link here, begin installing plugins. As you can see, we have 4 of them. So bulk select them all, install, apply. Very good. And now, so return to the dashboard. Excellent. And now that our main plugins are installed and enabled, we can finally import the demo content. So this is going to make our website look super professional in just one click. And for this, all you have to do is click on this big button here, import demo data. So click on this. So from here, simply scroll down the page. You don't have to tick any of those. These are useless plugins anyway. So scroll down the page. All the essential ones are ticked already. So continue and import. Excellent. As you can see, it started importing the content for us. Very good. Import complete. So congrats, your demo was imported successfully. And as you can see, we get a green tick mark. And now we can go back to our website. So this is what it used to look like. So let's refresh our page. Our website now looks like a website, doesn't it? As you can see, beautiful hero section with the search feature. Find the best places, etc., etc. So as you can see, that looks very, very professional already. But don't worry, if you want to tweak this around, I'm going to show you how you can customize this and make it your own. Okay, so let's go back to the top and let's start customizing our website. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard and let's start with the main structure of our website. So if you go to listings, as you can see, you have all your listings, but the most important part at the start is to create our categories, insert all the different locations, features, maybe labels and tags as well. So let's start with step number 1. We're going to add our categories. Very good. So when you are building a directory, the categories are the most important part of this project. So take a bit of time to think about it, because like I said, this is very important. This is the main structure of your directory, obviously, you know, so make sure that you have it right. And as a reminder, our main tagline is find the ideal car in the London area and surroundings. So it's all about cars, obviously, you know. So what could we add in categories? Maybe the different models, different types of cars that are available on the market. So I had a look on Google here and asked what are the different types of cars. So as you can see, you have sedan, SUV, hatchback, pickup truck, station wagon, convertible cars, and there's so many more, you know, even have truck, or maybe luxury car, crossover, van, etc., etc. So we can select maybe a few of them to create our own categories. Okay, so let's go ahead with this. So let's go back here. So to create a category, it's very simple, as we shall demonstrate. So all you have to do is to enter the name. So let's start maybe with sedan, okay? And then we have the slug. So what is the slug exactly? What is the name of the category that will be shown after your domain name? So yourdomainname.com / and then the slug, okay? And the slug is also important for SEO purposes. So maybe you would type sedan cars London and maybe used and new, just like this, okay? So again, this will help with SEO purposes. So we have the description as well. So depending on the theme you're going to use, it might not show up in the theme itself. In our case, it will. So let's scroll down the page and let me show you. So if you scroll down here, all the different categories. So let's open business here. And right here, as you can see, lorem ipsum, this is basically the description. So this is where it will show up. So we need it with this theme, obviously, you know. So I'm going to enter description here. So perhaps something like this, you know, find the ideal sedan car in London. And again, it will help with SEO as well to get found, because you have the main keywords of London and then sedan car as well, okay? So right here, you have the icon. So you can select any icon by clicking on it. So click on the arrow here. And as you can see, you can search by icon. So maybe car or something like this, you know. And you have a few different icons here. So let's select this one, for instance. And then you can add a color. So let's go back to the front end again. Let me refresh here. As you can see, they all come in different colors. So you can select a color for each category as well. Okay, so let's click on this. And as you can see, you can select among all these different shades. So let's go ahead maybe with this one here, okay? And now we can upload the image as well. So let me show you where this will be displayed. So if you go back here, if you go to listings, shortcodes, and you go to the categories themselves, that's basically what it looks like. As you can see, you have the image in the background. So make sure that you select an image that's representative of that category, obviously, you know. So let's go back here and upload that together. So upload image, upload file, select file. So I found one online here. As you can see, this is a sedan. Now from an SEO point of view as well, make sure that you put the keyword in the title, in the name of that file. As you can see, I've added sedan car London and then open. And then right here, as you can see by the side, you can fill out those details. So again, this is very important for SEO purposes, you know. So I'm just going to put sedan car and then London here, okay, just like this. You have the caption and the description. So the description, I'm going to type here, maybe find the ideal sedan car in London and choose among hundreds of them. And then right here, you have the caption as well. So I'm just going to copy that. Let's use the same text for now and then select. Very good. So as you can see, this is our image. And now we can add the new category. Very good. So let's go back to the top. And as you can see, our new category has been added. Now, you may have noticed here, you could add the SEO schema as well, which is included in the Pro add-ons. And again, like I said, you can get the Pro version for this if you wanted to make use of it, in which case you can optimize for SEO and get found even faster. And there you have it. This is how you can create your categories. As you can see, obviously, we have all the demo content here. Once you have all your categories uploaded, you can delete those demo ones here, obviously, you know. All you have to do is basically select them and then bulk action, delete, and then you can apply and you'll delete everything, okay? So I'm just going to keep them for now, obviously, because they are showing up in the front end. But this is basically how you can add your categories. Now, let's move on to the locations. And obviously, again, with the location is as important as your category. So when you add those to your website, to your directory, make sure that you think about it for a little while just to make sure this is the right way to go about it, because it's going to be hard to modify this afterwards. So basically, what locations could we add here? Well, we said that our listing was mainly for the London area. So we could have maybe all the different neighborhoods. So let's say if you were to cover the whole of the UK, you could have maybe Manchester, okay? Could have Leeds, maybe Birmingham, maybe London, etc., etc. Your slug is the same principle. So maybe find cars in Manchester, okay? And then the parent location. So you could break this down as well in categories and subcategories. So perhaps you want to add different countries. You could have different countries. And then as a subcategory, you could have the main cities as well, okay? And then you have the description. And again, depending on the theme that you're going to use, it will show or not in the front end. So in our case, if you go back to listing, shortcode, let's go to locations. So as you can see, these are all the different locations we have. If I click on Amsterdam as an example, this is basically the description, okay? So it will show up with our theme, okay? So let's go back here and enter a description. So perhaps something like this. And again, make sure you insert all the keywords like find the ideal car in Manchester, UK, choose among hundreds of different listings. And again, we can upload our own image. So I'll click on this, upload file, select file, and I found a picture here of Manchester, open. And then you would do the same here and optimize the title, caption, and description. So there you go, used cars in Manchester, and then find the ideal car in Manchester, choose among hundreds of different listings, and then select, and then add new location. There you go. So if you go back on top, as you can see, Manchester has been added, and now you can do so with as many locations as you want to add on your website. And now if you go back to the front end, we go back to listing, shortcodes, and then locations. And as you can see, Manchester has been added. Click on it. And as you can see, find the ideal car in Manchester, UK. Choose among hundreds of different listings. So this is absolutely fine. So let's go back to the dashboard again. So next we have the features. As you can see, you have tags and labels. We'll take care of this afterwards. So features first. So right here, as you can see, you have car wash, free breakfast. So what are features exactly? Well, it will depend on the type of directory that you're going to build. If it's a real estate directory, it could be private car park, driveway, central heating, garden, lawn, swimming pool, or something like this. But in our case here, we are selling cars, so it could be maybe blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, maybe immobilizers, central locking, or things like this, okay? So let's create one together. So let's call this one central locking. We don't need the slug or description because this is pretty self-explanatory. We can change the icon, so maybe a key. Okay, let's add this one and then add new feature, and there you go. So that's been added, and you would do so with as many features as you want to add, obviously. Very good. So after this, we have our tags. So what are tags? Tags are like little keywords that will help your visitors find exactly what they're looking for. So these are not categories, these are not keywords, and these are not features either. So what are they exactly? Well, like I said, these are little keywords that people might be looking for. So like say if you have a category called pickup, like pickup trucks or something like this, they might be looking for 4x4s instead, or maybe off-road vehicle or something like this, you know. So clearly this wouldn't be a category, this wouldn't be a feature, but more like a keyword, which in this case is called tags. And to add it, as always, all you have to do is click on add new tag, and there you go. And then finally, we have our labels. So this is a very nice feature again. As you can see, you could have exclusive, maybe hot offer, must see, recommended. So in our case here, we could have maybe price drop, or perhaps low mileage or something like this, you know. So basically this will show up in the front end on your listing, and this will help your visitors narrow down their searches as well. And again, this will show up in the front end if you go to labels here. And right here, as you can see, we have price drop and low mileage that we just added. So if someone wants to look for a low mileage vehicle, all you have to do is click on this and it will display all the vehicles that fit under this label. Very good. So now let's take care of the main settings under the list DOM tab here. As you can see, you have list DOM and then you have the settings. So let's open this. Very good. So with the general tab here, so this is basically the date format, etc., etc. So this is pretty self-explanatory. The one we need to configure now is the map module. So click on this. As you can see, it's using Google Maps. So let's go back to the front end and let me show you from here. So if you go back to listing, skins, you have all these different skins, different layouts. So let's go with the half map skin, for instance. As you can see on the right hand side, you'll have the map and then your listings on the left hand side. Now, obviously, this is not displaying properly. As you can see, we get an error message. It's because we have to insert our own personalized Google Map API key, which we will create right now. So for this, we go to developers.google.com and I'll leave the link in the description below. Okay, so click on this one. And now from here, you need to access your console, which is right here. So click on this link, go to the credentials page. And then as you can see, I already have a few different projects, but you will click on this normally and create a new one altogether. So I'll give it a name. So for instance, Mr. Web Directory, and then create. Very good. So get started on Google Maps platform. And as you can see right here, we have the API key. So copy this and then go to Google Maps platform. And now we can restrict the key specifically for our website. So this is going to add a layer of security. And now we need to enter the referrer, which is basically the URL of our website, which you will enter exactly like this. As you can see, star.yourdomainname.com/star. So star.yourdomainname/star and then restrict key. Very good. As you can see, this was successfully activated and restricted as well. And now we can go back to our website and paste the API key that we just created. So Control V and then scroll down the page and then save settings. And now let's go back to our listing and make sure that this is working. So let's refresh. And there you go, guys. You can see now the map is displaying properly. Now you might want to zoom in or zoom out depending on how big a map you want to display, obviously. In which case you can play with those settings here. You have the default zoom level and the GPS zoom level as well. So feel free to play around with this. So the bigger the number, the more you zoom in, and the smaller the number, the more you zoom out, basically. Okay, so that's how it works. And then there's a lot more different options. So you have the price component here. Do you want to show the currency, price max, description, price class, all the display options, the social media icons, etc., etc. Now these are pretty self-explanatory. You know, we're not going to cover this in this tutorial, but it's just to let you know that those options are available. Okay, so next, let's go to the search and filter builder here by the side. So this is an absolutely amazing feature, as I shall demonstrate. So if you go to the front end here to your home page, you can see you have the main search feature here. So what are you looking for? You can search by location, by categories, and then you have the more options as well, in which case you can also search by tags, features, labels, and price. Now you can customize all of this very simply with this feature here. So if you go there, as you can see, you have two of them. The one here in the front end is obviously this one that says Home Search Form. So click on this. And now you can customize everything from within this page. So how does this work? Well, it's very simple. As you can see, you can add rows, and inside those rows, you can add different elements. So this one is what are you looking for, followed by locations, categories. As you can see, this is one row. And if you go here back to the front end, as you can see, this is your row, okay? And as you can see, this is precisely what we have. What are you looking for? Locations and categories. Now you can change things around as well. So if you wanted to drag this and move it over here, and then you can save. Okay, let's click update. Let's go back to the front page and refresh. As you can see now is what are you looking for? Categories, locations, okay? So this is basically how this works, super easy to use. Now, if you wanted to add something inside this row, you can do it as well. So we have three rows at the minute. Our first row here, the second one, and then the third one. And if you go back here, this is exactly how it's laid out. We have the first row here. And then we have the second one here with tags, features, and labels. And we have the third one with just the price inside. So now you can move things around, obviously, you know. So let's say if you wanted to have maybe tags and features together here, but maybe you want to add a label next to price, drag it and then drop it here. Okay, just underneath. There you go. Now we have price and label. Go back to the top, update. Now let's refresh. More options, and as a result now we have two rows, so tags, features, and then price and labels. And obviously you can customize this whichever way you feel like, with whatever elements you want to insert. So again, this is an amazing feature, guys, because you can insert any search feature on your website simply by creating a new search form right here. So now let's go back to all our filters. So we have the other one here, skins default search. Click on this, and as you can see, this one is made out of one and two rows. So the first one basically here is text search, and then here categories, locations, and labels. So where is this one actually? So if you go to listings, skins, then let's open the half map skin. And as you can see right here on top, this is where our search feature is located. And if you click on this, as you can see, this is the second row with the categories, location, and label. So this is the beauty of this system, guys, is that you can create any filter that you want. And because this is using a shortcode, you can place it on any page that you want as well. So it's super interactive, super easy to customize everything exactly the way you want it. Very good. So now it's time to start uploading our listings. So we go to listings, all listings. So this is obviously all the demo content that's been imported for us, but now you can start uploading your own listings. So for this, add new listing, and then from here, I'm not going to insult your intelligence. All you have to do is basically fill out all these details, all these different fields. So you have the title, the description, the address, location, tags, features, labels, etc., etc. So right here in the middle, remember we have the price options. So here we have the price, price max, price description, price class. Now, if these don't apply to the type of directory that you're building, remember we had those settings that we went through earlier on. If you go back to list them, you go to settings, and then if you scroll down again, you'll find the price component here. Remember, we have them all enabled. Maybe price class doesn't apply to you, you might want to disable it. Now, to make use of that feature, again, this is part of the Pro add-on. So bear in mind that this is a paid version if you want to disable this, in which case it will not show up in the front end or in the back end when you upload your listings. So let's go back here for a moment. So that's basically your price options, and it will work for work hours, your contact details, all the social media icons, etc., etc. So once you're done, basically all you have to do is click publish, and you'll have your new listing uploaded on your website. So this is one way to add your listings. That's from the WordPress dashboard in the backend, or you can do that in the front end as well. So if you go to your website here and click on add listing, you can manage your listings straight from here as well. So you can enter your title, description, the address, and then again we have the price options here. So the currency, price, price max, description, and price class. And again, if you wanted to get rid of any of those fields, this is part of the Pro version, obviously, you know. So here's the thing, guys. At the minute, I am logged in as an admin, so this is why I have access to the listings. So let me show you what it looks like if I'm not logged in. So I'm going to open this in a different web browser. So this is Firefox now. So clearly I am not logged in as an admin. So if I click on add listing, we are redirected to the authentication page. So it's asking for the username, password, and the reCAPTCHA code here. And as you may have noticed, it's only to log in, not to register. So this is just for you, the admin, the main user, the owner of the website. So if you wanted to turn this into a marketplace where other visitors can actually add listings as well, you need to install the Pro add-on for that. So let me do this with you now. So to purchase the premium version, if you wanted to add that feature to your website, you go to this website here, webilia.com. And again, I'll leave the link in the description below. And how much does it cost exactly? So let's click on pricing here. So let me show you. Well, you have a few different options here. So for one website, you can go monthly. So this is $27 per month or $189 per year. Now, clearly, this is the more advantageous one at $189 because 27 times 12 is 324. So this is almost double this price here, you know. So this is for 1 year. Now, if you want a long-term commitment, you can have the lifetime version for just $529. Again, that's really up to you how motivated you are with your directory website, obviously, you know. So I already have the Pro version. So what I'm going to do is basically log in. And now you will have access to 33 plus premium add-ons. As you can see, if you want to use advanced custom fields with it, you have the add-on for this. You have auction. You can turn a website into an auction website if you wanted to. Maybe add booking features as well. Claim, compare, connect, Divi, if you want to use Divi instead of Elementor. You can add favorites, turn this into franchise, a job board, labelize, member press, etc., etc. So the one we are interested in at the moment is the Pro version. So this is this one, Listem Pro add-on. So what we need to do is basically download it first and then save it somewhere on your hard drive. And then after this, all you have to do is go to your licenses and fetch the license key. And then let's go back to the WordPress dashboard. And then we go to plugins, add new plugin, upload plugin, choose file, and then select the file we just downloaded, open, install now, activate plugin. Very good. And as you can see now next to the Listem, there's a number 1. So that means there's an action to be taken. If you go home, license activation. So we need to enter the license key now, you see, you know, for this one. So Listem Pro, so expand, and then enter your license key right here, and then activate. There you go. So now Listem Pro is activated and we can go back to the front end. And now we can go back to our settings and actually enable guest posting. So settings, Frontend Dashboard. And you scroll down, as you can see guest admission. So this was disabled, as you can see, because you have the Pro version, you can enable this now. And then when will the user registration take place? Once the listing is approved, once the listing is submitted, or disabled altogether. Well, I suppose in our case here, we're going to go with once submitted, so we can go through the whole process together in a different web browser. So for now, just save our settings. And now we are back in Firefox. So clearly we're not logged in as an admin. And now if you click on add listing, as you can see, now I can submit a listing. So I'm going to fill out those details here very quickly. So there you go. I filled out everything here, including the address and everything. Okay, so now we can save our listing, save. Very good. So as you can see, the listing has been submitted. It will be reviewed as soon as possible. And now from here, you can go to your listings, all listings. And as you can see, the first one on top is the one we just created. So test listing with Mr. Web, and the status is pending. Now you can open this and check all the details. Make sure it follows your guidelines on your website. Check all the details. And if you're happy enough, then you can change the status to live. So right here in the corner, you can see the status is pending review. And if you're happy enough with this, you can then publish it. Okay, so click publish. There you go. As you can see, now it's gone live. And if you go back to all your listings, this one is not pending anymore. So if you go back to your home page and refresh, scroll down the page, you should find your listing here. So there it is. And you have the two different labels as well, low mileage and price drop. And if you click on it, you will access the listing itself. So this is basically how you or your visitors can add listings to your website. And then you can customize the front-end dashboard as well as you see fit. So at the moment, as you can see, you have the main dashboard and add listing. That's all we have at the moment. But you can add more features if you wanted to. So how can you do that? Well, it's very easy. You go back here, we go to Listem, you go to settings again, Frontend Dashboard, And if you scroll down, you have all the dashboard menu here, and then you can create your own. At the minute, it's only add listing. So if you wanted to add a custom menu item, click on this and then enter the name here of the label. So this could be anything, literally, it could be bookings, maybe your favorite, your subscriptions or applications. So let's create applications here as an example. Okay, applications. The slug will be created automatically. You can select your icon, so maybe the user here. Okay, so again, depending on which type of directory you're building, if you want to add the Listdom bookings add-on to your website, it will look something like this. So your visitors will be able to see all the bookings related to their listings. And then if you install the Listdom favorites add-on, your visitors will be able to see all their favorited listings. And then if you install the Listdom Connect add-ons, your visitors will have access to all the different inquiries. And if you install the Listdom Jobs add-ons, they'll have access to all the different applications as well. So these are a few examples. So let's go back to customizing our dashboard. Well, this is where you're going to enter the code. So what sort of content can you insert here? Well, any third-party plugin or page builder shortcode, basically, even from Elementor, Divi, or WooCommerce, anything really. So in our case here, let me show you one example. This is an application, so maybe a contact form would be inserted here. By the side, we have contact form. Open this in a new tab, and right there we have a few different forms. So you can fetch maybe the actual shortcode here, Control-C. Go back here and paste it there. Okay, scroll down the page, save changes. Excellent. So let's go back to the front end, and right here, as you can see, we have add listing and also applications. And if you click on this, there you go. This is the contact form that we just inserted. So your name, email, subject, and message, and then submit. And obviously, this would work with any third-party plugin installed on the website that allows you to insert shortcodes. Very good. So now let's design the front end and customize everything. So we have the home page here. So clearly we need to change the image here and also the text. If you scroll down, you find the best places with some listings. So basically we can customize everything top to bottom. And I'm going to show you how now. And I'm going to customize the header and the footer section as well. Okay, so let's go back to the WordPress dashboard. So let me show you how we can do that. So first we need to open the home page. So for this, we go to pages. And as you can see, there's a lot of different pages here. Don't worry, it seems a bit overwhelming, but we're going to clear that out in a minute. And it will all make sense. So at the minute, just locate the home page, which is basically this one. It says front page next to it. And this is using Elementor, which is a page builder. Super easy to use as well. So basically here, just hover on top and edit with Elementor. Very good. So as you can see by the side, you have the structure of the page. So you can close this for now. We don't need it. So how does this work? Well, it's very simple. By the side, you have all the different elements that you have here, like a heading, image, text editor, video, button, etc., etc. And you can insert any of those on your page here just by drag and dropping them wherever you want, just like this. And then once you click on them, you can customize the content and also stylize everything related to that specific element. If you don't want it, right click on it and then delete, and that's basically it. Okay. Now we have existing elements in place already. So if you just want to keep them, you can just edit the content and it's all the same basically, So right here we have a main heading and then subheading. So this is very important, obviously, because this is the first thing that visitors will see when they land on your website. Now, clearly we have the logo here and also the tagline. I don't personally like the tagline being here. What I would do is remove it from here and then have it here instead, as our main heading. So what we can do is basically edit this, edit the content. So delete this and then paste the tagline instead. There you go. I think that's a lot better already. And if you wanted to stylize this, you can go into style and then you can change everything related to the heading itself. So you can change the alignment. Maybe instead of centered, you want it aligned to the right or something like this, You can change the typography. So that's everything related to the font. So basically you can choose your font family, the font size, the weight, etc., etc. Okay, so if you wanted to change the size of your heading, you can use the slider here, make it bigger or smaller as you see fit, obviously, I think it's fine the way it is. Maybe just 50 pixels would be fine. You can change the weight as well, maybe extra bold or just bold or maybe thin. But again, it's just a matter of preferences, So let's go back to 600. I think it was fine. And then you can change the font color as well. Basically use the slider here and select the color that you want. I think white is fine, So here with the subheading, so basically that's an addition to your main heading here. And again, same principle here, just to change the content, all you have to do is to highlight this, delete, and enter your own content. So perhaps something like this, explore a wide selection of quality cars available in London and the surrounding areas, tailored to fit your needs and budget, So this way, when someone lands on your website, they know exactly what your website is all about, is to find the ideal car in the London area and surroundings. And this backs this up as well with a little bit more information. And now that we've changed the heading and subheading, we want to change the picture in the background, obviously. So for this, we have to edit the section itself. So I'll click on those 6 dots. As you can see, this is the main container, okay? If you go to style, this is where you'll find the picture. So now we can delete this and upload our own picture, and then upload file, select file. And then in our case, we're going to add a picture of the city of London. So open. And then select. Very good. As you can see, that looks great. Now, obviously, there's not enough contrast anymore between the text here and the background. So don't worry, we can easily do so by adding what is called a background overlay. So open this. And as you can see, you can select the background types. You can either have a simple color or gradient. So in our case, we just go with the simple color. You can select your color, and I'm going to go with black, perhaps, okay, just like this. And then you can change the opacity here. So as you can see, you can go from fully clear to fully opaque. So just find a happy medium, Once you have enough contrast between your text and the background, that's absolutely fine. So this way they can see London in the background. Your website is all about the London area, finding cars in that area, etc., etc. So it all makes sense. And then right here underneath, we have the search feature. So how does this work? As you can see, it's using a shortcode. So basically any shortcode from the Lisdom plugin can be used here on the page. So this works for the search feature. If you scroll down, if I click on this, as you can see, also for your listings, you can select different shortcodes and then implement them right here. So let me show you how this works and how powerful this feature is as well. So let's go back to the dashboard again. So right here, if you go under the Lisdom tab, we have the search and filter builder. So we've covered that already, but just to show you, this is where you fetch the shortcode and you can copy and paste it on your page. Or you can go into the shortcodes sections, dedicated section here, open this. And as you can see, you have all these different shortcodes that were created for us. Now you can create any shortcode you want and insert it on your page. So let's create one together here. And like I said, you're going to see how powerful this solution really is. So let's add a new shortcode together. Very good. So right here on top, you need to enter your title. So what are we going to build? So right here, as you can see, you have different skins. You have the single map, list view, grid view, side-by-side view, list plus grid view, half map view, table view, masonry view, carousel, slider, and cover view. So as you can see, you can design exactly whatever you feel like using any of those skins here. And then if you keep scrolling down, you can define what type of content you want to display using any of those skins. As you can see, you can say categories, include or exclude, and you can do the same with locations, tags, features, labels, attributes, and author. So very comprehensive solution indeed, and super easy to implement with a no-code solution. So let's create one together, okay? So we go back to the homepage, have a quick look. So let's scroll down. So here we have all the best places. So maybe you can insert something in between the two, okay? So let's add maybe right here on top between this and the hero section, we're going to add something maybe related to specifically New York City, and that's all, or maybe London, okay? All the listings in the London area only. So if you wanted to do so, this is how you go about it. So let's go back here. So let's go ahead with this. So perhaps you could have a table view, okay? Something a bit different, okay? So limit how many items do you want to show? So you don't want to overcrowd the homepage. So maybe let's go with 8 altogether. And you also have different styles, 1, 2, and 3. So you have to play around with this, obviously, try things out. And then you have pagination. So once you have 8 listings loaded, you could have a load more button that will allow them to see another 8, which is very handy as well. Or you could have infinite scroll or disable altogether. I would highly recommend you keep it the way it is at the moment. Very good. So let's scroll down the page. As you can see here, you have all the different roles you want to display. So normally you have the listing titles, maybe the address, the price, work hour, and font. So we maybe don't need the work hours. We don't need the font either at the minute, but we might add maybe the category as an example. Okay, so let's keep scrolling down the page. And again, like you said, you can include or exclude any of those elements here by categories, locations, tags, features, labels, attributes, and author. So in our case, let's say we're going to display all the listings in the London area. So we click on location, include, and we're going to select the location, okay, right here. So it's going to be London. That's all we want, okay? That's basically it. Very good. So now we go back to the top. We're going to enter a title. So let's say listings in the London area, okay, just like this, and then update. Very good. And now we have the shortcode here. So fetch the shortcode, Control-C. Now we go back to our page, and we're going to insert that, like we said, in between those two, okay? So I'll click on the plus sign here to insert a new section. We're going to go with the flex box, and right here, we're going to select this one here, downwards. Perfect. Now, click on the plus sign. Now we're going to add what is called a shortcode element. So look for shortcode, and then drag and drop. And right here, paste the shortcode we just copied, just like that. And as you can see, it is displaying already. So these are the listings, so 8 of them that are based in the London area. After that, click Publish. And let's put this to the test, okay? So we go back here, refresh the page, and there you go. If you scroll down the page, you will find this listing here. And if I click on Load More, it will load more listings. So we only have 12, obviously, on this website at the minute, but that's just an example. And right here, as you can see, we have all the categories like we wanted to. And now if you click on any of them, it will bring you either to the listing or the category itself. So again, this is an option that you can put in place. And this is how easily you can create any shortcodes and insert them on your page. Now, here's the thing. Any of those shortcodes that you create don't have to go on the home page. You can insert that to any internal pages as well. Here is just to show you how it works using the front page, obviously, you know. Okay, so we can remove this for now, and let's carry on with the rest of the page. So basically, your home page is made out of a lot of different shortcodes. So if you scroll down the page, again, you will find this one, and this is a listdom category, and then style carousel. So again, this is just what we covered, you know, and this is the same here. It is listdom ID 186 and so on and so on. So there's a few different things here to show you. Again, if you scroll down, we have the list of our blog post. So if you click on this, as you can see, this is slightly different. This is post or blog post. So blog posts are great for creating SEO engagements and all of that, you know, and to get found as well. So if you go back here, how do you create your post? You go back to your dashboard, you go to post instead of pages, post here, okay? And there you go. These are all your blog posts. If you click on this, you can create all of them simply by clicking on it and then type away, you know. So this is basically what a blog post is. It's just like a document basically that you can open and display in the front end, help you to get found using keywords and all of that that you can insert throughout the whole document. Okay, so this is another way to increase traffic to your website. And then let's say you want to keep everything on your page the way it is, or you create your own different shortcodes and insert them like we demonstrated. Maybe you want to move things around a little bit. You have this icon here. So this is your structure, okay? So as you can see, you have container 1. So this is the one on top. It's going to show you this is the header. This is the one underneath, and so on and so on. Now, if you wanted to move things around, you can use this structure here and move things around. So I can expand, or you can collapse them all just like this. And now if you select any of those containers, you see what it looks like. And now if you wanted to move this somewhere else, all you have to do is drag it and then move it around. And there you go. That's how it works, okay? So very simple to use. Again, very intuitive as well. And there you go. I think that's it for the home page. Now you know how to customize this exactly the way you want. So once you're done, click Publish. And that's it. We're done with the home page now. So you can go back to the WordPress dashboard. And then you would do the same with all your different pages. So if you go back to pages here, maybe you want to change the About Us page. So edit with Elementor, open in a new tab. And it's the exact same principle, obviously, you know, you can basically edit the content here. And I'm going to show you as well how to customize mostly your contact page. So let's close this one. So we're going to look for the contact page, scroll down the page. So this is the one, edit with Elementor. And then to change the content is the exact same principle. Hover on top of each element, click on them, and then change the content right here, okay? So the only thing I wanted to show you on this page, because everything else is basically the same as the home page, is the contact form. So if you click on this, again, as you can see, it's using a shortcode, and this one is using it from the plugin Contact Form 7. So if you go back here and you go to contact, these are all the contact forms. Now again, this is using Contact Form 7. If you click on this, you customize its content. As you can see, these are all HTML code and everything like this. I don't find it user-friendly at all. I really don't like Contact Form 7s. So what I'm going to show you now is how you can create a new contact form using a much easier plugin than this one. So for this, we go to plugins, going to add a new plugin, and in the search box, look for WP Forms. There you go. So this is the very first one here. So install and then activate. And then now we're going to deactivate Contact Form 7. So deactivate and then delete all together. And now by the side, we have WP Forms. Click on this and let's create our form. Okay, so create your form. And let's create our form, okay? So I can select among all these different ready-made templates. As you can see, thousands of them, but what we need here is a simple contact form. So we're going to use this one, okay? Use template. And as you will see, it's a much more user-friendly version to create forms. As you can see, it's elements here, drag and drop them here. It's visually appealing as well. So clearly, this is a lot more user-friendly than Contact Form 7. Now, if you wanted to add any field here to your form, all you have to do is simply drag and drop it. So maybe you're going to add a drop-down menu here in the middle, okay? So just maybe on top. And let's say if you wanted to select the department, okay? So they enter the name, email address, for which department, maybe accounting, maybe support or something like this, and then they can type the message and then you can take care of this, okay? So if you click on this, you can customize the content. So here, let's say, select department or something like this, okay? And then you can enter the different options. So maybe accounts department, support, and perhaps sales, okay? Just like this, very good. And if you want to make this field mandatory, use the toggle switch, and this is required. So save. So you can have a quick preview, see what it looks like. So this is basically what it will look like in the front end. As you can see, you can select the department and then enter our details. That's perfect. And then now you want to make sure that this is going to reach you. So now we go to settings. And as you can see, you have notification and confirmation. So notification, where do you want this to go? By default, it will fetch the website's admin email. So this is the one you entered in your settings in the backend. Now, if you want a specific email address, you can simply type it here. Now, as you can see, we get a warning message here. So basically, your from and to email should belong to the same domain name as your website. So in our case here is learnwithmrweb.com. So it should be an email that belongs to that website. Okay, so perhaps info@learnwithmrweb.com, and you'll do the same here as well. So info@, and there you go. Now we don't have the error message anymore. Very good. And then you have the confirmation message as well. So once they submit, what will they see? As you can see, thank you for contacting us. We will be in touch with you shortly. So feel free to customize this as well. After that, save settings. Now we can X out of this. And now we're going to fetch the shortcode here. So WP Forms ID 2149. So Control C, go back to your page here and replace this one with a new one. Perfect. Publish. So that's us done with the contact page, and let's put this to the test. So let's refresh, contact us, scroll down the page, and there you have it, guys. Name, first name, email address, and the department, and then you can enter a comment or a message. And now you will receive all these inquiries, and all you have to do is to look after them, and you're going to get hopefully more sales as well. Very good. So what's next? Well, we have the header section, and also if you scroll down at the very bottom, we're the footer section as well. All right. So now let me show you how you can customize these. So we go back to the WordPress dashboard, and there's two different ways of doing so. So the first one is by going to the list dormer tab here and go to your settings. And right here you have access to all different options. As you can see, you can upload the logo, you can select your colors, the buttons, the icons, etc., etc. So this is one way of doing it. Or there's another way, which I prefer personally. If you go to appearance and then click on customize, you will access the exact same settings, except that here you'll be able to see those changes visually immediately as you make those changes. Very good. So first we're going to change our logo. So click on this, and then right here, this is the logo we have at the moment. So you can remove this and then select your new logo. So upload file, select file. So I have already a Mr. Web here in white, and then select and then skip cropping. Very good. As you can see, it's showing properly. Now, bear in mind that there is no way of resizing the logo here. So you make sure that the size is the right one. So I have this one as the height set to 65 pixels. So whoever is designing your logo, make sure it's provided in 65 pixels in height, and it will fit perfectly. Now, by the side, as you can see, you have the tagline, find the ideal car in the London area and surroundings. Since we are using this in our hero section, well, there's no need for that basically. So what we can do is basically delete it all together, and that looks a lot neater anyways, you know. And now we can add our site icon. So basically in your web browser, you have the title of the website and also the little icon next to it. So this is what it looks like at the moment. We can change this as well and upload our own. So this should be 512 by 512 pixels. So upload file, select file. I have one already here. So open and then select and then skip cropping. Very good. And then before we carry on with the rest, let's publish and put this to the test. So we hit publish, go back here, refresh. And there you go, the Mr. Web logo is sitting perfectly here, and we have the site icon displaying on top as well. Very good. So now we have the menu section here. So let's go back here. So our menu is here. So let's click on the little pencil here. And as you can see, this is our primary menu. So if you click on edit menu, it will show you this. Okay, so these are basically all the pages that you can insert to create your menu section. Now you can create it from here. This is one way of doing it. I have an easier way to do so. So if you go back to the WordPress dashboard, and this time you go to appearance and then menus, and then right here on top, select the menu you want to edit, and the one we want to work on is the top menu, and then select. And there you go, as you can see, I have the whole section here, the whole menu itself, which is massive. So most of it you don't need, okay? So what you can do, it's really up to you, you know. This is just an example menu. What I would do is basically select everything, delete, and start from scratch, you know. That's what I would do personally. So you could have bulk select, and then go ahead and then select all of these one by one. So there you go. That took a while to select them all, and now you can remove selected items. There you go. Now you start afresh. So right here by the side, you have all the different pages you can add. You also have posts, custom links, and categories. Now, if you look at categories, these are blog post categories. Now, if you go on the top here, you see screen options. Now you can actually add the categories that are part of the listdom directory. So you can add this. Maybe you want to add locations, and maybe labels as well. And there you go, or features or tags, you know, add them all, okay? So then you can collapse this afterwards, and you have access to all of these, and all of these can be added to your menu section as well. So obviously the first thing we need to do is to add the home page maybe, okay? So if you click view all, home page, and then you can add this to the menu, scroll down and then add to menu. So we have home page, okay? So this is one. Then after this, maybe you could have your different categories, for instance, okay? Or maybe locations, okay? So let's go with locations. So if you click on this, we could add all our locations right here. So what we need to do first is to have a custom link. So what we do is to go to custom link. We're going to put a hashtag here. So this is not going anywhere. This is basically a title, okay? And we're going to put here locations, add to menu. And again, this is just an example, you know. Obviously, you can create this whichever way you want, you know. So let's go back to our locations, view all. So I'm going to select them all, okay? So select these and then add to menu. Very good. So as you can see now, they're all on top of each other. So what we can do basically with the location tab, you could have this as a menu and these as sub-menu. So all you need to do is to grab it and then move it sideways, just like this. So indent it a little bit. So this becomes menu and this sub-menu, okay? And I'm going to show you what it looks like in the front end in a second once we've finished here. So indent it, indent it, indent it, indent it, and then save menu. Let's go back to the front end and refresh. Excellent. So as you can see, homepage, locations, and you can select any of those locations. And if you go to London, you can see all the listings in the London area. And obviously you can do the same with any of those taxonomies. So if you go back to your menu section here, you could add maybe by tags, by features, by labels as well. And then obviously you would add all the links that are necessary for your visitors to find what they're looking for. So normally you would have the homepage, maybe all the different categories, all the different locations, all the different labels, etc., etc. And right here, normally you would have a contact page as well, maybe about us also, you know. So you could go back to your pages here, view all, and then feel free to add maybe the about us section as well, you know. And then you could have maybe contact us as well, which are usually the common and most popular pages on the website. save menu. If you go back here and then refresh again, there you go. So you have home, locations, about us, and contact us. Now, like we said, the menu section should help your visitors find exactly what they're looking for. So maybe you can insert the listing by maps as well. So if you go back to your menu section here, go to all your pages, view all pages. You can see you have all the different type of listings here. Grid skin, half map skin, which is a very nice one. Maybe we can add this list and grid skin, etc., etc. Okay, so let's add this one here as an example. But again, feel free to design it exactly the way you want, you know. So add to menu, and then we can rename this. So let's say maybe listings on map or something like this. Okay, so that should be fine. Now we can save the menu. Let's go back to the home page and refresh. Okay, so this is nice. And then if you click on this, this is going to help your visitors find exactly what they're looking for with using a map, obviously, you know. So we might want to put this one before the about us, so we can easily move that, no problem. Just drag it and then move it just here. Okay, then save menu. And let's try it again, refresh. So there you go. So this is the header section taken care of. So now let's look at our footer section. So right at the bottom here, and again, we go back to the customizer here. So again, scroll down the page, same principle, and right here you will find all the different details that you can customize yourself. So I'll click on this one here, the first one. You can change the logo as well. So that's been done automatically for us, and then you can change those details here underneath. So for this, click on this button here, and as you can see, this is a widget. So where do you find this? Again, have multiple tabs opened. So we go to appearance and we go to widgets this time, okay? So you can close this, collapse this one, and right there you have footer 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you go back here, as you can see, you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is how you know which is which. So if you go back here, now you can open footer 1, and right here you'll find all the details and you can customize them basically, okay? So all you have to do is click on it, enter your details. So let's say hello at mrweb.tv, and then your phone number, etc., etc. Okay, and then do the same with the others, and then we can collapse this and move on to footer 2. So open this. As you can see, this is a menu section. So again, this is the one we have here. So I have 3 different menus here. So if you click on that, this is again footer 2, footer 3, and footer 4, which are all widgets. So you cannot edit from here. So we'll do all of this from here immediately. So if you click on this, as you can see, this is the title. You can type whatever you want, you know, company, and then you can select the menu that you want to display. So again, this is the exact same principle as the header menu that we did earlier on. So have multiple tabs opened, you know. So again, we go to appearance, we go to menus, and right here, make sure you select the right one. So this one is called company, then select. And again, this is the same principle. You can select your pages here and then drag and drop them right here, okay? And you would do the same with the locations. So if you select this one, as you can see, Amsterdam, Berlin, Florida, London, and New York. Now, if you go back here at the bottom, you have all your locations. You can add them all if you wanted to, obviously, you know. And then you can do the same with the next one. So here, if you close this, and then you go to footer 4, these are all your different categories. Now, obviously, depending on the type of website that you're going to build, it might be slightly different, but you get the gist. So there you go. This is how you can customize your footer section. Once you're done, click update, and we're done with the footer section now. So one last thing I'd like to show you. So as you can see, the background color here, it's a gradient blue, from bright blue to dark blue. So we can change those colors, obviously, you know. So if you want to make it more personal, we go back here, and then this time we go to customize again. We go to colors and style, and here you can change all the colors on the website. So the main colors, so your main color scheme would be here. And as you can see, you have secondary color, primary color, and the background color, which is being used throughout the whole website. So if you wanted to change this maybe for your own personal colors, all you have to do is to click on it and then select your own colors. And that's basically it, guys. After this, those changes will reflect back on the front end. And this is how you can customize your website fully. So there you go, guys. We are now done with our website and it looks fantastic. Okay, so now let me show you how you can monetize your website. So for this, we need to add a new add-on. So we go back to our account here. And this one is called subscription. So scroll down the page and you'll find it here. As you can see, this is paid listings. So simply download the add-on and we can go back to the website and install it. So we go to plugins, add new plugin, upload plugin, choose file, and then select the file we just downloaded. So this is ListDom subscription, open, install, and then activate. Very good. So now that this is installed, if you go back to list them by the side, as you can see, you have 2 extra tabs. You have packages and subscriptions as well. So this is what we're going to do now. So if you open this in a new tab, you'll notice that if you create a new package, it will ask you to install WooCommerce as well. It has to be installed and activated. So we are going to do that now, okay? So let's go back to the plugins again. Plugins, add new plugin. And here look for WooCommerce. Very good. So this is the very first one here by automatic. So install now and then activate. Very good. So as you can see, WooCommerce is installed and we have our different products as well. So now we can create our different packages. So we go back to list them, packages, and then add new package. And all we have to do now is basically enter our details. We have title, description, but you may have noticed here it says WooCommerce product, and you need to type at least 3 characters of product name. So what we need to do basically is to create those products first, and then we can link them to those packages, okay? So as you work on your website, always try to have multiple tabs open. It makes life easier. So if you go to WooCommerce, as you can see, this is the WooCommerce settings, and then you have the products here. So we need to start creating our products. So click on this, create product. Very good. So now we can create our product. So we could have maybe 3 of them, okay? Maybe starter, premium, and then unlimited. So let's start with this one. So starter. This is to create the description with AI. We don't need this. We don't even need the description actually for this, because the description will be added to our actual package here and not the product itself, okay? So the product we're creating here, WooCommerce is an e-commerce platform. We're just using it just to process the payment. So the product here doesn't need all the information. It's just the title and the price basically, okay? So this is a simple product and you enter the price here. So let's say starter would be 99 in US dollars, just like this, okay? So that's all we need basically. All we need is the title and basically the price. That's all, okay? Then publish. And now we can create the other 2. So a starter, we say premium. And the premium will be maybe $2.99. Okay, and then publish. And then the unlimited could be $9.99 or something like this, okay? $9.99 or $4.99, maybe $4.99. Okay, and then publish. There you go. So see all products. So we have 3 of them. So we have the starter, premium, and unlimited. And now we can go back to our packages and let's start creating them, okay? So this one is a starter pack, and then with the description. So you can use this basically bold letters, italic, even bullet points. So I'm going to do that very quickly here. So there you go, perhaps something like this, you know. So they can upload 3 car listings per month. They can upload maximum 2 images and 1 tag per listing, and that's basically it, okay? So if you scroll down the page, now you can select your product. So like we said, this is going to be the starter product here. So add it, and then the listing limit, like we said, is 3 car listings per month. So I'm going to set this to 3. And the subscription duration, let's say 30 days altogether, okay? So is this a one-time purchase? If you enable this, this package can only be bought once per user, so maybe not in this case. Listing auto confirm, so that's really up to you if you want to check all the listings or not. So I'm just going to enable this for now, and you can have a listing auto label as well. So this will allow you basically to create exclusive listings and things like this, or maybe VIP. So if you want to have a label automatically attached to this, you can use that as well. And right here, you can select all the categories you want to enable for this plan. But by default, all categories are available. So we're just going to leave it as is. So maximum gallery images, like we said, is 2 for this one. Maximum description length, we're going to leave it empty. The maximum number of tags is 1. There you go. So this is basically it. So now if you go back to the top, we can publish this now. Okay, very good. So let's go back to our packages. So this is package 1 done. So what we can do is basically duplicate this now, and we can change the name, okay? So I'm going to call this one premium. And now we can change the content here. So let's say maybe instead of 3, it's going to be 10, maximum 5 images, and let's say 3 tags, okay? And then we can change the settings accordingly. So now we can link the new product. So delete this one. So this one is going to be premium. And as we said, this one is going to be 10 listings. And then scroll down the page and we said 5 and 3. There you go. Okay, back to the top and publish. And let's do the same with the other one. So let's get the premium one, duplicate. So now it's unlimited. And here, unlimited car listing. And then let's limit the images, maybe maximum 12 images and maybe 5 tags per listings, okay? Just like this. So we're going to remove this product here. Select the unlimited one. Listing limit, there is no limit, so we can remove the number. As you can see, if you leave blank, it's unlimited submissions, which is exactly what we wanted. We're going to set to 12 images and 5 tags all together. Okay, so let's go back to the top and publish. Excellent. So we have our packages created now. So let's go back to packages. So I have starter, premium, and unlimited. So let's go back to the front end and let's add listings. And if you go to subscription, as you can see, you have the starter pack, the premium pack, and unlimited as well. And now we can actually go through the checkout process and purchase any of them. So obviously at this stage, we are going to have to add a payment method, obviously, you know. So as you can see, there's nothing at the minute. There are no payment methods available. So this is our next step. Obviously, you want to get paid. So let's go back to the dashboard. So we go to WooCommerce and we go to settings. And if you go to payments here, you will find different payment methods. You have cash on delivery, check payment, and direct bank transfer. So this doesn't apply to us, obviously. And then we have Woo Payments, which is their own dedicated solution, which is powered by Stripe, basically, you know. So I don't really like this solution myself because it's more expensive than the others because they add their own markup on top. So I'm going to show you another solution here. You can install any payment method that you want, PayPal, Stripe, Google Pay, any of them. Okay, so for this, we're going to add a different plugin again. So we go to plugins, add new plugin. And right here, type WooCommerce followed by the payment method that you want to install. So for instance, WooCommerce Stripe. And there goes. You can see we have 461 different items available for WooCommerce Stripe. So if you scroll down the page, you can see how many active installations there are and also read the reviews. So from experience, I know that this one is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to install this one. So install and then activate. Very good. And now we can go back to WooCommerce in the settings. And if you go to payments, you will find it here. As you can see, it's added all of these. And this is the main one there. Now you click manage. You go back to API settings, and now we can link this to our actual account. Okay, so click to connect. Select your company name, connect. Very good. So we are now connected. So it's going to add your keys and everything automatically. So you have nothing to do. So there's two different modes. You have the test mode and live mode. So at the minute, you're going to keep it in test mode. So that means we'll be able to go through the checkout process using a fake card details. And that's basically it. Okay, so this is us done with the settings here. So now we have to go to the general tabs. Going to enter your address here. So there you go, perhaps something like this, you know. So selling location, well, this is an online business. So technically speaking, you're selling to all countries. And then shipping, well, there's no shipping here because this is digital goods, isn't it? So disable shipping and shipping calculation. And the default location should be the shop country region as well. So if you're tax registered, you might want to tick this box here. And I'm going to show you how to set your tax rate as well. You want to enable coupon codes? Yes, you do. And I'm going to show you how you can use email marketing to generate more sales and more income using those coupon codes, okay? And right here, you set your currency and all that. So save changes. Now let's set up our taxes. So we go to tax. And as you can see here, tax rate. Very good. So insert row and the country code. So let's say we're based in the UK. Okay. So there you go, GB. And the code should be maybe 20% or something like this. And the tax name maybe UK VAT. Okay. Save changes. And these are the only settings we need to put in place. So now we can go back to the checkout page and refresh. Very good. So let's scroll down the page. And as you can see now, we can pay using a card here via Stripe, basically. Okay. So let's fill out our details and see what happens. Very good. So I've entered my email address, a billing address as well, and payment details. So when you are in test mode, all you have to do is type 42424242 everywhere, you know, and then the expiry date, any date in the future, and any 3-digit code for the security code. Okay. And then now we can place the order. And once we've paid for the subscription, we are redirected to the listings here, so we can start uploading our listings. So let's have a look at our subscriptions now. So click on this. And as you can see, this one is published. So that means that we are enrolled in the starter package. And then you also have this one, and this one. But obviously at the moment, this is our existing subscription, which is published now. So that means we are now enrolled in our starter package. And then for yourself, as the admin of the website, you can go to your WordPress dashboard. If you go to subscription, they'll be all listed here. This is where you can see how many people are subscribed to which plan on your website. Now, if you click on any of those packages, you have the start date and expiry date. As you can see, this one will go up to the 1st of March. So this is very nice. Like, as you can see, this is published. Now it's worth mentioning that this is not an auto renewal subscription. So basically they are subscribed and the expiry will take place on the 1st of March. At that time, if they want to upload more products or more listings, they'll have to renew this and basically re-enroll again in the same type of plan. Now you can have auto renewal if you wanted to, and for this you'll have to install an additional plugin. So there's two different options here. You can install Yeath WooCommerce subscription, which is $199 per year, or you can install the WooCommerce subscription from Automatic themselves, which is a bit pricey at $279, to be honest. They do the same job, so I would highly recommend you use this one instead, And as always, I'll leave all the links in the description below. Okay guys, so now let me show you one of the best ways to convert 1 out of 7 visitors into a buyer. And for this, we are going to use a solution called OMNISEND, which is an email and SMS marketing platform, which brings in absolutely outstanding results. Like we said, you can convert 1 out of 7 visitors. Okay, so back to the WordPress dashboard. So we're going to add a new plugin again. So we go to plugins, add new plugin, and right here, look for OMNISEND. Just like this. There you go. So there's 2 different versions. As you can see, you have email marketing for WooCommerce, and then you have the same one here that's for non-e-commerce website, which is the one we're going to use ourselves. Okay, so install now, and then activate. Excellent. So as you can see, now we have the OMNISEND email marketing tab here. Click on it. And now we need to connect our account. So obviously, initially, you wouldn't have an account with them. So I'll click on Connect OMNISEND first. And as you can see here, you can create an account immediately. So go to OMNISEND, and then you can create your account right here. Very good. And now we can connect our store. So click on Connect Your Store. Scroll down the page, select WordPress. And then all you have to do is basically copy the API key here. Copy API. Go back here. Paste it there, and then connect OMNISEND. Excellent. So let's go back to the OMNISEND dashboard. And as you can see now, step number 1 is completed. And next step is to bring your brand on board. As you can see, it's going to set our logo, the colors, font, etc., etc. So let's set our brand style. Very good. So as you can see, it fetched our logo and also the different colors that we set on the website. And we have the font, etc., etc. So this is basically a quick preview of what our emails will look like. So that's not too bad at all. Now, clearly the logo doesn't stand out, so you can replace that with something else, So you can select your own file, then upload a new file, browse file, select your file. So I'm going to go with this color here, okay? Open, upload, and then select. Very good. As you can see, that looks a lot better already. So save brand asset. So when it comes to email marketing, there's a few things you can do. The first one is to fetch people's email address using a form. After this, you can create automations and then finally email campaign or SMS campaign afterwards. So we have an onboarding process here, a few steps to follow. So we're going to skip this all together. We're going to do everything manually ourselves. I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? So basically here, click I'll do that later. Same with this one and same with this one, okay? So let's start afresh. Okay, so first we're going to create a form. So click on this tab here. So there are different types of forms you can insert on your website. So there's a pop-up window like this one that can show up if people scroll down the page or visit a few different pages, etc., etc. Or you could have it like an embed form. So let's go and view all types of forms first. And as you can see, there are different goals. You can collect subscribers, stop product abandonment, or promote special offers. So it's mainly those 2 here we'd be interested in. And then, like we said, it could be a pop-up, embedded, it could be a landing page or even fly out, So in our case here, let's start maybe with an embedded form, okay? So if you go back to the home page, as you can see, we have this section here at the bottom in our footer section, which we haven't used yet. And then instead of want to make your directory site even better, we can change this. Want access to specially discounted prices or something like this, And right there, instead of the list them call to action, we could have our form then, Okay, so let's do that first. So we go back here and we're going to select embedded. Very good. So these are all the embedded forms that you can use. So let's try maybe this one here. Okay, so use template. Very good. And as you can see, this is the preview of our form by the side with all the different items, the different elements you can use to insert in our form. And this is basically the audience targeting feature. So there's different steps. So the first one is to design our form. Once they click subscribe or submit, you'll have the success page, which is this one. So you're all signed up. And if they already subscribed, they will see this message. So we can customize all of those steps one by one, okay? So let's go ahead with this one first. So we have the main heading here, don't miss out, and then subscribe to get exclusive deals sent directly to your inbox. So I think this is fine. The don't miss out is okay as well. And then we have the mailbox here, and then subscribe. Yeah, I think that everything is okay. Now, obviously, as you can see, the colors here are mostly blue and dark blue. So let's go back here. And as you may have noticed, this is all white font on a blue background. So depending how you will design that, you might have to change the font, the color of the font, obviously, you know. So let's go back here, and I'm going to change the color here of this font. So as you can see, text color, I'm going to select white, okay, just like this. And same for this one. Again, white color. For the field here, we're going to do the same. And for this, you have to go to field settings, click on this. And as you can see, you can set the colors. And also you have text color, placeholder, label color, border color. So what we need here is the text color, set it to white. And the same with the border color, white as well. Perfect. And then we have the placeholder color. So let's go with white as well, just like this. So this is perfect now. And then the button here, well, we could maybe keep it the same color. Maybe blue is fine, you know. So this is okay. So we have this done. And then the success page, you're all signed up. So again, this will show right here, you know. So we need to change the font to blue. So text color, to white, sorry. So white. And the same with this one, okay. So white. Perfect. And subscribe is the same story. So go change the text color. And obviously you can change the text itself. All you have to do is to type the text that you want here, okay. And that's all for us. I think we're done with this. So we can enable the form. And right here we have the code we need to copy to our website. So copy this, go back to the WordPress dashboard. Let's go back to our pages, all pages. Let's find the home page. And again, edit with Elementor. Very good. So let's scroll down the page in the footer section. So where is it? There it is. So as you can see, we want to make your directory site even better. So the first thing we need to edit is this one here. So click on this and let's change this to maybe want access to discounted prices, question mark, you know, or special offers or something like this. And then right here underneath, you can see we have 3 different sections. So we can delete the button here. So delete this. We can delete that as well and delete this one as well. And we're going to insert our code here. And now we need to insert a new element. And this one is called HTML, just like this. Okay, so drag and drop it here. And I paste the code we just copied from the OMNISEND website, just like this. Now you won't have the preview. So what we have to do is publish, go back to the home page and refresh. And if someone goes to your website and then they scroll down the page, they will hit this section here. Want to access discounted prices? Yes, of course, I want to. So don't miss out. Subscribe. They're going to enter the email address and then subscribe. And that's basically it, okay? So this is how you can fetch emails from your subscribers and visitors. So this is one way to do it. Or you can have a pop-up window showing up as well. So let's go back here. And we can close this and close this window all together. Very good. So as you can see, this is our form. But we can create more than one, obviously, you know? So if you create a new form, as you can see right here, you can have a pop-up this time, okay? So pop-up, and the aim is to maybe promote special offers, okay? So as you can see, you have different options here to choose from, and obviously you can customize any of them. So let's go ahead with one of them as an example again. So let's select maybe collect subscribers as well, just to see what the options are. And since we have our packages and subscription, maybe you can offer a coupon code that would give them access to maybe 30% discount or 25% discount on their first month or something like this, okay? So let's go back there. So we're going to look for collect subscribers. So let's look for a special offer, promo or something like this. This one, for instance, save 10% of your first order. This would be suitable. Or maybe something like this, you know, since we have the one at the bottom already, maybe you can use one of them, okay? So use this one, maybe use template. And again, same principle, we can customize the whole content here. So instead of would you like to save 10% on your order today, let's say 25% on your first month's subscription or something like this, okay? Then question mark. And then interestingly enough, as you can see, you have yes or no. So based on this, there'll be a different action, you know. So you have step 2 here. So this is when they say yes, obviously, you know, and then they will fill out their details, okay? So let's go back here. So yes, as you can see, this is our primary button. And then what's the action? Go to the next step. And if it says no, well, we close the form, basically, okay? So different actions for different buttons. So this is basically how this works. So step 2, I'm going to change this as well, okay? So get 25% off your first month, just like this. And then be the first to hear about our new product drop. So we can change this maybe to something else. So perhaps something like this, you know, receive an exclusive coupon code in your mailbox, and we're going to center this again in the middle like that. So I think that's fine. And then you have the success, thanks for signing up. So now maybe here we're going to put something else. Maybe something like this, you know, please check your emails. And for those who are already subscribed, basically that's like that, okay? So that's perfect now. Now, because this is a pop-up window, we need a trigger. So we need to set the behavior here. So the first one is scheduling. So do you want to select a start date and end date? If this is so, well, click this and select the date, start and end date. And then we have display. So do you want to display this based on the page visits, time on the page, scroll depth, or exit intent? So let's set one up here, maybe scroll depth. Maybe once the person reaches 50% on the home page, well, it will show up, okay? So we could have it like this. And then targeting. So which visitors do you want to target specifically? All visitors, don't show to existing contact, show to existing contact, or target a specific segment. So in our case, we're going to say don't show to existing contacts, because obviously once they are registered, you don't want to show them the pop-up again. And then we have the page targeting options. So you can show it on specific pages or do not show on specific pages. So maybe you want it to only show on the home page, put the URL right here, okay? And then the source targeting as well. So is it coming from Google Ads, Facebook, Instagram? So you can narrow this down as well. And that's basically it for this one, okay? And then we have the visibility. So do you want to show this on all devices, mobile only? But for now, we'll keep all devices. And then the frequency, as you can see, limit form appearance. So let's say if the form was to show up and I was to close it, well, basically, you don't want to show it again the same day. Maybe if I come back in a day or two, you can change this to seconds, minutes, hours, or days, and then the amount right here, okay? So we're going to keep it like this. And then you also have A/B testing, so you can design 2 different layouts, 2 different templates, and see which one works best. And at the end, you can select the one that you want to keep, okay? So that's basically it, okay? So we're happy enough with this. So now we're going to enable the form. And now we can set up the workflow, because obviously once they register, you need to send them the coupon code via email. So set up welcome workflow, start workflow, and then show workflow. And now click on these 3 dots and then edit. Very good. So the first step here, this is our trigger. So basically once someone is subscribed to marketing, what happens? You're going to wait 1 minute, or maybe wait a bit longer, maybe 5 minutes or something like this, you know. And then after this, you're going to fire the email. So this is the email. If you scroll down, this is the content. And now you can edit the content. So edit content. Excellent. So as you can see, logo, the text, visit our website, and all these will be displayed automatically. As you can see, these are variables. It will fetch that from all the information on the website automatically for us. So you don't have to worry about this. The most important part is the middle bit here. So basically, we're going to insert our coupon code, okay? So I'm going to change the text here very quickly. There you go. So welcome on board. As promised, please find below a coupon code that you can use at checkout to get 25% discount on your first month with us. Then click on visit our website to redeem it, okay? And now we need to enter the coupon code. So where are we going to get this? Well, we go back to the WordPress dashboard. We go to WooCommerce, and right here you have coupons, okay? So we're going to create our first coupon together. Create your first coupon. So we're going to ask WooCommerce to generate it for us, or generate coupon code. So this is our coupon code, okay? Copy. And then set the discount type. So this is a percentage discount. It's 25% discount. There is no expiry on this one, and we can set a usage limit. So usage limit per coupon, it's 1. Okay, simply like this. So publish. Very good. So now let's go back here and enter the coupon code. So Control V. Now I'm going to fetch this and make it a little bit bigger, you know. So I'm going to try maybe, let's say, 20 pixels, and make it maybe bold as well, you know, big fat letters, so like this. Then we can center that perhaps. just like this. There you go, happy days. And we can do the same with the button. Maybe we can center that as well, just like that. So obviously now we have to link this to our own website. So we're going to fetch our own URL here. So Control C, go back here, and then link this to our actual website. Okay, so link to, Control V, and then finish editing. Now all we have to do is to click update, and then we can close that window now. So there you go, we have our form that's designed. So as you can see, micro branded multi-step welcome discount. Once they enroll into that, they will receive an email within 1 minute, after 1 minute, sorry, with the coupon code. So let's put this to the test now, okay? So let's go to our website. And for this, yet again, I'm going to open that in a different browser. So we are in Firefox now, so I'm going to refresh and scroll down the page. And normally, once we reach 50%, we should have that pop-up window. There you go. So as you can see, would you like to save 25% on your first month subscription? So obviously, if we click no, it's going to close the window. So I'm going to say yes. And now we can enter our email address. So let me do that. So let's go with this one and then submit. Success. Please check your emails. And there you go, just to show you the content of the email I received. So there's the exact layout we had. And now I can visit the site. If I click on this, it will bring us back to our website. And now I can use that coupon code at checkout to save 25% on the monthly subscription. Very good. So back to OMNISEND now. If you go to your audience, you will find that this person here is now subscribed, obviously, and once you build up your list, once you have maybe 50, 100, 200, or even more, you can then start campaigns, So if you go to campaigns, and again, it's the exact same principle, you can create a new email campaign and fire that to all your audience, to your mailing list. And as a result, you're going to generate more traffic and more sales as well, which means more money in your pocket.